And I'm Modii.
And we are in our kitchen.
We're back. It's like we never leave.
We don't.
We don't. No. I mean, the living room's right behind the camera, so we're in this area. So, anyways, welcome back. And Heather.
Yes.
It's been chilly out.
It has been. It's been weird.
Apparently, people in parts of the country have been getting something called snow. Am I saying that right?
We didn't get it.
Is it snow?
Sure.
Okay.
It's actually snow.
Snow. Oh, snow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get that here. So, so it's been cold and frigid and
bury. Oh, it's 51 here right now.
Ooh! I should get a parka.
Actually, with the wind, it's a lot
or a
colder.
snuggie.
A snuggie.
A snuggie. That's how you get out a snuggie. Anyway, but because of that, what are we making?
We're making soup. I'm gonna start this real quick.
Could you tell them a little bit? You're like, oh, we're making soup.
We're making soup. We are making broccoli, cheese, and potato soup. But the potato, it's kind of deceiving though because there's not like chunks of potato. The potato is actually like the thickener of the soup.
Okay, so it's a whisper of potato.
It is. It's more broccoli and cheddar soup than everything else.
Yeah, but you take a bite, you're like, oh, broccoli and cheddar, and then you eat potato.
Yes.
Whisper.
Yep.
All right, so
the first thing we're gonna do, I've got this heating up.
Okay.
For the normal people, you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of butter and half of an onion chopped.
Okay, so let's explain.
Okay.
We are cutting this recipe in half.
We are.
Now the reason is because we're making 1/2 of a recipe because of what we have to make.
Yep.
Then we're making a full recipe over on the stove. It's already been cooking.
Yes.
So the numbers you're gonna see are for a half recipe.
Yes.
A full recipe feeds 12. So this is gonna be more for 6. So this might not be really even necessarily a half recipe. So.
Yeah.
All right.
So 1 tablespoon butter and half an onion. We don't do onion in this house.
Do we not need the butter?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, that's just for sauteing the onion.
Oh, okay.
So it's sauteing and getting brown. While that's browning, you're gonna cut up your 2.5 potatoes. I actually have 2 because one of them is actually big enough to be half.
These have already been deskinned?
Deskinned, yes.
They've been deloused?
No.
So they might have lice?
They don't have lice.
Because they've been deloused?
No. You wanna cube them up?
They've been to the country of Laos?
I don't know. I think they came from Idaho.
They know a guy named Lewis.
That could be.
Okay.
All right, and while I'm cutting these up, will you measure out 3 cups of chicken broth for
I
me?
will. Why did you give me a half cup?
Oh, because the cup is right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going red this time, really mixing it up. So 3, you said?
Yep, 3.
And pour them just straight
Right
in?
into the pan, yep.
Now, mind you, if you're doing the regular recipe, you would wait until your onions were browned.
Yes.
And then you would add this.
Then you would add it, yes.
All right, so. Ooh, ha-ha! It's like a magic trick.
Ta-da!
Mm-hmm. All right. Am I like the David Copperfield of cooking? I'm probably more the Roy in Siegfried and Roy in cooking. Or am I more Siegfried? I'm the teller? I wish you were the teller and you'd talk less. All right, so that is 2. All right. And then coming in hot with the thrice. There we go.
We're going to put the potatoes in there.
Mm-hmm. Now, I guess technically, because we talk about this a lot, if you wanted to make this vegetarian, you would obviously use vegetable broth instead of chicken.
Vegetable broth.
And then, of course, like we say almost every single week, you would just use a vegetarian or a vegan chicken if you want to go vegan.
No
or
chicken.
vegan
There's
cheese.
No meat
vegan
in,
cheese.
There's
vegan
no
cheese.
meat in
vegan
this.
Cheese.
Yeah, vegan cheese and like almond milk probably.
Instead of regular milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we are actually going to let this sit. Where'd my spoon go?
I don't know what you do.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
We're going to let this sit for a little bit to boil, and then it's going to boil for 8 minutes.
Now that's mostly just to
it's to soften the potatoes.
To soften the potatoes. The patotes.
Sure.
Modi's patotes. All right, guys. So we'll be back in just a millisecond for you guys and 8
minutes for us.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, we are back.
Yes.
And this has been boiling for, well...
Okay, so it's been on high the entire time. And we did the 8 minutes, and the potatoes weren't the consistency that I wanted them to be. They need to be soft.
You need to be able to poke a fork through them very easily.
So we actually added 3.5 minutes onto that 8 minutes timer.
Okay.
So, and they break apart really easily.
Perfect. Okay.
Perfect. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get a potato masher.
Okay.
And you are going to mash them.
Okay.
We don't have a potato masher.
I thought we did.
Well, we've got this cool thing we got at a yard sale we've never used before.
Tell the people, go to yard sales and get cool cooking appliances.
This was brand new.
Okay. I'm a little scared of you sending a spinning thing into boiling juice.
It'll be fine.
This is where we all die. Oh. You're making such a mess.
No, not too much.
Ow!
That's what you get.
What do you mean that's what I get? This is literally what I told you I was scared. Get a potato masher, people.
This will work in a taller sided pot because I did it over there. And you just want to mash them.
And try and get as much of the juice flinging out as possible. So what would you technically be doing to these right now, technically?
Smooshing them.
Smooshing those potatoes. Any form of smooshing. I would not suggest the punching method.
No, don't punch. This thing kind of works your hand, man.
Yeah, look at it. It's like the shake weight without all the perversion.
All right, and
I'll help. You just push the button and I'll move your hand around. Look at that. Look at that. We're doing it. Okay.
All right. Now I'm gonna leave a little bit of chunk potatoes in there because I want to bulk up the soup. All right. We need a pinch of salt. That's good. Okay.
That does nothing.
It does.
That amount of salt does nothing.
No, it does. You'll add more salt later. All right. So now we are going to add 3 cups of broccoli.
Okay.
That's the bottom of that.
Scissors? Or
just muscle it. Oh, okay.
There we go, muscle. So 3 cups.
3 cups.
That would be 1.
It is.
And 2.
Okay.
Get back here. And thrice.
Yay.
All right, let's go.
Now, if it was me not following a recipe like I would normally do, I would add other stuff like corn, carrots, stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm following the recipe. It is
obviously do what you guys want.
It is strictly broccoli in this.
Okay.
So now we're gonna add 2 1/4 cup milk.
Okay. You want to do this one?
Sure.
2 or that's 1, and there's a 4th.
All right. So there's 1, 2.
Okay.
And a 4th. And go ahead and give that a quick stir real quick.
Okay. Now, as this cooks more, the potatoes should...
They'll loosen up a lot more, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll almost liquefy a little bit more. So you're really not going to get bites of potato in this.
No.
Like we said at the beginning, just a hint, just a whisper, just a hint, a whisper, All right, so now what do we do here?
Now we are gonna let this sit for 5 minutes.
We're gonna let this boil for 5 minutes.
So we need to let this come up to boiling.
Because obviously with the
frozen
broccoli and the cold milk,
yes,
it obviously is taking that away. So you're gonna want to bring this to a boil.
Yep.
let it boil for 5 minutes.
Yes, so keep it on high until it boils, and then I'd actually put it down to medium high when it boils.
Once it boils? Okay.
Yeah, that way you're not burning it, because now you've got that milk in there. You don't want it to burn the bottom.
Okay. All right, so we will be back in a few minutes.
All right.
There we go. So it is going, it is cooking. So at this point,
I've turned the heat down to medium low now.
okay.
So just turn that dial on your stove.
Yep.
And we're gonna give it a quick stir.
Now the reason we're turning it down to medium is, like she was saying, because you have the milk and everything in there, you don't want it to start to burn.
Yeah, the bottom.
On the bottom.
Yep.
So.
All right. So now what we're gonna do? Oh, my nose is itchy.
Okay.
Yep. You're gonna scratch your nose.
Okay. Check.
And then you're gonna take 2 cups of cheese and put it into a bowl.
Okay.
And then to that bowl, you're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of flour.
All right. Once you get the flour set. All right. Now, why are we adding flour to cheese?
Because the cheese is gonna act as the vehicle for the flour to. Sorry. Allergies. Let me wash my hands real quick. The flour makes it thickens.
Okay.
And you don't want the flour to be clumpy in the soup.
All
so
right.
if you add it to the cheese will actually help make it so it's not clumpy.
Okay, cool.
So you're just gonna sprinkle it.
All right.
Oop,
Right
get some
there.
on the counter.
Move it on the counter. Good, good.
And then kind of give that a mix. My hands are wet, so I can't really do that. All right. And then
I was rubbing her nose off camera.
No, I don't know what's going on, but the last couple of days my allergies have just been awful.
She's allergic to my crap. All right.
All right.
So now.
I'm gonna turn this back up from medium low to medium, and as I stir, you're slowly gonna add the cheese.
Okay.
And you do want to do this slow. You're gonna want to try to speed it up, but don't.
Okay. And the reason is because we're trying to get the cheese to.
We don't want the cheese to clump together.
Yeah, we want it to spread out.
Yes.
So as it's starting to melt, as we're adding more.
Yep.
That way we're not don't just dump the whole bowl
No,
in
don't
there.
do that. You're gonna end up with a cheesy gloop.
Cheesy Gloop was my Russian wrestling name. when my moves were so illegal in the U.S., I had to wrestle in Mother Russia.
All right, go ahead.
All right, there we go.
All right. So
All right.
now we're gonna let this sit, and the cheese is gonna melt.
Okay.
And you kind of want to keep stirring it. You can put it on low and let it sit for a little bit. Always check it though.
Okay. Anyway, so while we stir this, we're gonna do some internet movie magic.
Yep.
And right now, we're gonna show you a bowl of the finished product.
Yay!
All right, so there you go. You guys can see.
Yep.
Looks pretty nice now.
It does.
In the recipe, it talks about adding what for flavor? Or for
It says
taste?
salt and pepper for seasonings, but I did add onion powder, garlic powder, and Mrs. Dash.
Okay.
So it's pretty much a season as you want it to be.
Yeah. So of course, with any of our recipes, feel free to mess with it. You know, to mix it. If you don't like broccoli, but you like cauliflower, you can probably replace it. Or
cauliflower would actually be really good.
Yeah, or anything like that. You know, try that different things out. So, but there we go. All right, hon, are we done?
We're done.
All right. Well, we'll tell them all the good stuff though.
All the good stuff? You mean like our Facebook page? And following our Twitter and our Instagram for behind the scenes pictures.
Yep.
And our Patreon, where you can get exclusive Patreon content.
We already did brownies, and we're already working on the next one.
We are.
It'll be exciting.
I know, I am excited for those.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Help us get the word out there. You know, tweet out the videos, share them with family and friends. You know, get them out there. You know, if you have somebody in your family that likes to cook, and might want to learn it, you know, not even learn, might want to see something different, or if you know somebody who's really into watching like an idiot and his girlfriend. We're multifaceted here, people. So yeah, so please help us get the videos out there, get the channel out there. Thank you so much for your support. Once again, go check out the Patreon. That is one of the biggest supports you can do for the channel.
Yep.
And yeah, until the next one, we got a bunch of clean dishes.
Yay!
And we do have a house full of hungry kids, and I'm hungry myself.
Yes.
So until next time, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.